Hey everyone, have I here bring a video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be going over the LR Extreme Z Awakening for the Strength, Trunks, and MAI. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. And of course, we're going to be doing team builds for the Extreme Z Battle as well to help you get through the stages. But ultimately, this unit here takes a backseat to LR Rosemasu, which is dropping on the same time. And you kind of have to use that unit as well. We'll talk about the team builds in just one second. But unfortunately, this being a category 130% LR, it's not as good as the OG 90 LR Rosemasu that we ended up getting for the Extreme Z Awakening for Rose and Zamasu. So, but let's go ahead and at least break it down to show you what I'm talking about here. Again, as an LR, the EZA does not increase the stats. The stats are high enough, right? HP 22,000, 21,000 to attack, and then 14,000 for defense. Make this a little bit bigger so you can see everything here. Being that this is a 130% LR, you have now Time Travelers, Key plus 4 HP, attack and defense at 150% for the leader skill, with a secondary leader skill of Super Strength, Key plus 4 HP, and attack and defense 100%. And we're just ultimately seeing these 130% increase to 150, and that I'm not a huge fan of just them limiting this, because as we get higher and higher in the meta of 200%, things of that nature, this is just so irrelevant, and that's just unfortunate that they're going to continue this pattern here. We have a ton of other 130% LRs to EZA in the future. Now, when you look at the super attack and the ultra super attack, the 18 and 12 key here, really it's designed for a stunning type stage, right? So, you know, Super Battle Road, Extreme Super Battle Road, things of that nature. This unit is very, very useful. Now, enemies that can't be stunned, you know, unfortunately, you're going to use this unit as more of a support unit. We'll talk about that in a second. And that's pretty much about it. So the 12 key super attack is greatly raises defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to enemy with a medium chance of stun. And then the 18 key is greatly raises defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage to enemy with a high chance of stunning the enemy, 30%, 50% there. Now the passive skill here, resistance allies from the future, you're getting an attack and defense 70% boost. That's right off the bat. And then an additional attack and defense 20% per time traveler category allies on the team, and that's up to 140%. So if you have a full time travelers team, this unit is actually pretty good. But generally speaking, time travelers isn't a full on meta type of team right now, and you could use them on certain teams, but it's just not as good as if time travelers as a whole had like a full 200% leader and things of that nature. We'll see in the future if that happens, but generally speaking, you know, you might get 100%, maybe you get your 140, depends on the team that you're running, but that's kind of important, right? So now this right here, I'm glad that they added this to the unit, because generally speaking, if you're not going to run a full time travelers team, you can still use this as a support unit. It doesn't provide key, but it does provide attack defense 30% to superclass allies. So you're going to have that stunning mechanic and the support here, and I think that's good enough to run as a floater or something of that nature. Now, you do have an additional key plus 6, which is really high, with the high chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack, when a future saga category enemy is on the field. So you have that additional add-on to there as well. But simply, when you kind of look at the kit, it's not all that complicated, right? So time travelers team, yes, you want to put this on the team here. Yeah, you need to stun some enemies. You're running Super Battle Road, yes, you want to run this unit here. Maybe if you're fighting against a future saga category, you're going to have additional benefits here as well. So all in all, nothing, you know, super special about this unit here. And again, it's usable in certain situations. Let's go ahead and look at the link skills here. Brainiac's Cold Judgment, Prepare for Battle, Courage, Dismal Future, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. Generally, you're going to be using, you know, this unit with other units that are going to be in like Future Saga and Time Travelers. That's going to have similar link skills here. We'll talk about his best link partner, which is not surprising what it's going to be. So the categories, much like LR Rosemasu, this unit here does not have that many categories. It only has 6, just like Rosemasu: Future Saga, Time Travelers, Joint Forces, Revenge, Battle Wits, and Warriors Raised on Earth. This is not even available on global yet, right? So really only 5. Again, not all that useful, but you know what? It's some additional dragon stones, right? So so completing this EZA. Now completing this EZA is going to be a little more difficult than Rosemasu. I think Rosemasu is going to be very easy, very simple to complete their EZA if you have especially the right units. But on this team here, it's a little more, it's a little harder. Oh, before I go into that, best link partner, you know, easy to know that this is a six link partner in the AGL Trunks and MAI. So of course that makes a lot of sense, and there you go. You can also link up very well with the MAI when she EZAs. I think that she's going to be a really good unit to run with this as well as a support unit. But until then, you know, this is your combination. But like I mentioned, probably Trunks and MAI is running as a floater or maybe second position to stun in Super Battle Roads. So anyway, all right, how to complete the Extreme Z battle? Well, you, again, being an LR EZA, you want to bring in LRs, right? Legendary power provides a lot more damage. And then to take less damage, you want to bring worldwide chaos units. So the best, because it's a strength unit here, the best units you want to bring are LR Extreme AGLs. Here's the problem. There are no Extreme AGL LR Worldwide Chaos units. There's none. So unfortunately, that is a lack of a variable for this EZA to make this a lot easier. So you're going to have to, you know, kind of build your own team to not have to have the damage advantage and the type advantage that you would have maybe on some other teams that you're running. So if you want to run a worldwide chaos team, you got really two options to run as leaders. You have the tech androids as your 170% leader, and then you have your LR Murzumasu as your 150% leader, and that's pretty much about it. The rest of the units that you're going to be running, you only have a few good LRs to run, and that's of course Murzumasu. LR Rosemasu is important for you to EZA that unit first before you come in and go ahead and defeat Trunks and MAI, because again, you're very limited in what you're bringing here. As you can see, you don't want to bring physical units, but you do have some alternative physical units that you can bring with the EZA Cell and Buhan, but the rest you're kind of focusing on Goku Blacks, right? And that's the type of team that you want to bring. You can actually have LR Murzumasu as a sub leader, right, to a Worldwide Chaos team, but you're only running at 150. And I think that might still be worth it if you're going to be running a full Zamasu team. For example, you can also run a 170% Realm of Gods team with all Zamasus, right? So this is an option as well. Again, sub leader for Murzumasu. So I think this team is a lot more feasible and runnable, even though you're bringing two AGL units for the transforming Zamasu. They're not going to do much damage, but at least they won't take any damage and won't risk for you losing. So that's a benefit there. Now, you really only have a limited amount of LRs if you're going to run it this way. You're going to bring Murzumasu, LR Rosemasu, LR Rose, and then in this case, you're going to have to run LR Rose and EZA Rose because you still want that damage from LR Rose, right? And you're going to run the support with the strength Rose there. So that's kind of how you want to develop it this way. You have some sub other units here. You can bring in the AGL Goku Black because he's going to be type advantaged and Worldwide Chaos, but also support as well for this team. So that'll be beneficial. And again, you have to have some other sub units that you can also run. Now, the team that I'm probably going to be bringing is probably this team, even though I'm running 150. I have two LR Murzumasu, so that, you know, should work out fairly well. If not, I'm going to run the Realm of Gods with the AGL Murzumasu as my team lead, or I might just kind of do a combo, right? I might have Zamasu as one of my leaders, and I have a friend in Murzumasu, right? If I find 100% friend Murzumasu, I'm going to bring that. So you have a 150 and a 170%, and that should work out fairly well. So anyway, from what I remember, this was still fairly easy. Of course, always if it's easy if you have the right units, but you know, we'll see if it's more difficult this go around. But oh yeah, here's the reason why is I forgot about this. Is one of the units that you can bring that can you know, not do that much damage, or take less damage but not be in Worldwide Chaos is LR Golden Frieza, the AGL one. So that unit could do some damage because he's an LR, but can still withstand the damage, and having, you know, the defense that he has, you're able to survive. So again, we don't have that on global, so it makes it a little bit harder. But anyway, with that in mind, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video here. Let me know what team you guys are going to be running. And yeah, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning, and we'll catch you next time. Later.